Now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a Tuesday night edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call on the Borders and Borders Hotline. We're here talking sports until 11 o'clock. Bob Pompeani, flanked by the one and only Gene Collier of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. We're here talking about the Pirates, who came off a really, really good road trip where they won 7 of their last 10 after getting blown out in the first stop. Come home, Chris Archer on the mound, and once again, he struggles to get past the 5th inning. Pitch count high, 5 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks. Just not the kind of control you'd want. They got no offense tonight because German Marquez owns them, it seems, every time. He's a really good pitcher, and they got nothing tonight. Gene Collier of the Post-Gazette, outstanding columnist, is here. And, you know, you see a long trip like this culminating with a West Coast shot, and you have to fly all the way in, Gene, from the West Coast. And sometimes this happens. I always talk about hockey teams that go through it. It's tough to come back, recalibrate, and take on a team that's lost 5 in a row. And they were kind of desperate for a win, too. But Archer continues to be a problem.
Yeah, not only does he struggle to go past 5, he fails to go past 5. And there's no longer any sugarcoating it on Chris Archer. The Pirates are 1-6 when he starts. He has not shown any of the qualities, in my view, that caused the Pirates to make that trade last July, which I was, 100% in favor of. But I've seen nothing from Chris Archer. I can't say that I like the way he pitches in any regard. He doesn't work off his fastball. His supposedly good pitches, his slider and his changeup are too high. I don't care if you're Nolan Ryan or Sandy Koufax. You can't throw belt-high pitches consistently to major league pitchers or major league hitters and expect to be successful. He's really in a bad place right now, and it doesn't look like anybody with the Pirates staff can help him. Yeah,
that's a problem right now, no doubt about it. And as a result, the Pirates, they really need pitchers like that to step up because of all the massive injury that they've had to their starting pitchers. And now they're going to go with probably an opener tomorrow. Once again, I would imagine it's Montana DeRappo, whatever the case may be. Is that who's going to be? Mm-hmm. Well, he did okay in that role, too, but you can't keep doing that because what happens is you just wear down the bullpen. They have a doubleheader coming up Cincinnati on Memorial Day. They can't afford to have all these innings. And if your starters can't go past the 5th, that becomes a problem, and it makes everything worse. So Archer, and that's one of the reasons why this trade is being viewed very badly. I think, Gene, even if Glasnow and Meadows had done what they're doing, but if Archer came in last year and won 10 games and now he's an ace of the staff or something like that, you could have understood that because it's a win-win for both. But right now it's a win for the Rays and a loss for the Pirates.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I don't know what can be done for Chris Archer. I mean, I'm sure if they knew, they'd have done it by now. In my own view, I'm not a pitching coach. I'm more of a hitting coach, Bob. But he works too high. His pitches are too high.
Congratulations, by the way, to the St. Louis Blues and former Penguins, Oscar Sundqvist, Robert Boturzo, as they do what the Penguins did twice to win Stanley Cups. And who knows? Maybe this is karma also for a bad call that San Jose used to win a game in St. Louis where there was a hand pass that was not called. It resulted in an overtime win. And at the time, you thought, okay, now San Jose is going back home. They have the home ice. But St. Louis went there in Game 5, shut them out 5-0. They win tonight 5-1. Binnington, their 25-year-old rookie goaltender. But, Gene, the reason I look at it is because what I told you in the break as we started here, the Penguins back in 2009 replaced Terrien with Biosma. Where were they? In terrible February.
Yeah, I remember writing upon that switch that they would not make the playoffs, and, of course, they won the Stanley Cup.
Right, and then...
You're welcome.
It happened again with Mike Johnston replaced by Mike Sullivan, and they were struggling in December. This team hit rock bottom, and Mike Yeo was fired. Craig Berube brought in. They were dead last in the NHL at the early part of January. Dead last.
Right, and compliments to Craig Berube. I never really regarded him as head coaching material, but what a job he's done with the Blues. And it would be great to see them win a cup. I don't believe the Blues have ever won a cup. They were in the finals in 1970.
Against Bobby Orr. That's how long it's been.
Didn't go well.
Wow.
Yeah, but that good for them.
So that's a rematch, really, of Boston-St. Louis.
It is.
It goes to show you, really, how spoiled people can get. It's not easy to win. This team has been in existence since what year?
67, I believe.
67, and yet nothing in terms of championships, I don't believe. So it's got to feel good for their fan base. We're going to take a break, talk to you about that, and also Steelers OTAs got underway. So did the Raiders. And there was a big name who was a no-show at the
Really?
Raiders. Really, yes. Breaking news.
Good.
It's all coming up. Call us 412-575-2600. You can also tweet us at KDPomp, at Gene Collier. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, only on Pittsburgh CW. Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.